is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We interrupt the
lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not 24,000, 20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open.
Great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-NATE.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Ray. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Ray.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose. Time to log into the blockchain and find out what's the latest in Bitcoin and crypto in our Crypto Bro Show.
Crypto Bros.
This segment brought to you by RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Take your home or business to the next level with RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Call Ray or Mike at 305-345-3649. You dream it, they'll build it. See their fantastic work on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Crypto Bros.
Here's the Crypto Bro himself, Orlando Alzugari.
Yeah, we are ready to rock because it is Rocktober. You know, that's all those people that just their followers Uptober, it's Rocktober here, baby, because we are rocking. We're rocking our way to 70, which is a beautiful thing. Come on, man. It's over 67,000. We hit 68 already today. So it's pumping. If you've been waiting since the last cycle 4+ years ago, or you've been waiting for a month, or you've been waiting for 6 months or a year or two, God bless you. You know, you're here, you made it, you hung in there, especially those of us that hung in through pandemic and then everything that went on with the end of the cycle, and then to start the new cycle and the crash and all the different crashes that we've had and all that kind of stuff. And it is over. It is officially over. People are getting in. And again, you know, as the beginning of the show clearly says, we are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. This is just our opinions on what's going on. And it just, you know, if my crazy ass loves a little star atlas, then I'll tell you, hey, Polis is something that I love. And by the way, I told you I'd feature an altcoin in every show now. We're going to start adding that to it. By the way, want to make sure audio fine. I know we got a few people on so far, so give me a thumbs up that the audio is good. Everything is going good before I start dishing out the information and the news going on all around the world and the great news for a lot of us, which is a beautiful thing. Let's see. All good, says Walter. Thank you. Jimbo says, thank you, Jimbo. Very kind of you. It's a beautiful thing. Another reason to keep crypto off exchanges. Kraken closed my account without reason when I was only doing nothing but DCA. Yeah, you buy and you move, man. You buy and you move and you take advantage. That's what you do. You don't hold anything on exchanges. The idea is for us to become our own banks. And I got a story for you here today about how you eventually, the big boys are going to become their own banks. They can do that right away. Okay. The Michael Saylors and all that, they can become their own banks right away. But I'm just going to kind of show you, because eventually it'll trickle down to, you know, us guppies, right? Us minnows, this little fish out there pecking, you know, because obviously we don't have the big money, but we can still make money, and that's the good thing. So right now, okay, if we look at the Bitcoin chart and where we're standing right now with the Bitcoin chart, let's make sure we take off the billboard. And right now we are sitting beautifully at 67,554. As you can see, the 68 mark was crossed. We hit 68,195 today. 261 actually. 68,261. So that was our high today. So we have continued. And if you look at the 1 week trajectory, there we are. Okay. There you go. You were all the way down here. And at that moment, some of us, when we saw it at 59, 58.8, around there, that's where I caught it. I got it like at 58.8, 58.9. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take a dip on the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the next play basketball. So I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to take the dip, and I took the dip. And so if you took the dip just right there at 59, you're at 67. And that's part of the volatility is an opportunity. It went to 73.7, which is our high, I believe, 73.7, 73.4, whatever. It's gonna crush that. So when it goes all the way down to 49, it is giving you a gift if you understand where we're going. You know what I mean? Some of us understand where we're going. We'll show you examples of other people that have no idea where we're going. Yeah, because sometimes, it's hard for them to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, R&M Contractors, we thank them, proud sponsors of our show. If you're looking for a complete remodel here in South Florida, kitchen upgrades, appliances, waterproofing, which is so important with balconies and terraces and your home and all that, flood test reports, you need that kind of stuff. Sometimes we can't count on those officials out there. Ask some of these neighborhoods. So get somebody independent. Call Ray and Mike. They know how to get it done. 305-345-3649. Complete remodel, appliances and all. They can do your entire floors. They work on condos and homes. So call Ray or Mike there at R&M Contractors. There we go. Appreciate it. And of course, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. And you can use that QR code for Venmo, and you can use the QR code for Cash App also. All right. Appreciate it as always. Now, the news, folks. The news just becomes ridiculously bullish. Okay? Seriously. It just gets out of control what is happening right now in Bitcoin. And if this is not me being some kind of homer and not seeing what is going on. No, man, I'm seeing exactly what's going on right now. And what's going on is that right there, Bitcoin. That's what's going on right now, Bitcoin. That baby is making an impact, and the run has started here. I made some notes, okay? All these runs start in October. Maybe you got psyched out in the first week or in the second week, but by the end of the second week, here we go. Here starts the pump, right? But all these bull runs start in October, all right? You got Japan printing. You got China printing. You got the election 3 weeks away. And if Trump wins, it will be another boost. Guaranteed it will add something to it, because you have to think, and again, I don't play the politics here. I'll talk politics a lot. I'll mix it in. I'll tell you who's affecting what, and I'll blame each side, because I don't care about either side, because both sides are going to help us. Their incompetence help us. You know what I'm saying? Trump printed 8 trillion. Biden probably printed somewhere around 8 trillion. These are going to be, Trump's was a record. We're going to see if Biden broke that record. And that helps the Bitcoin explode, because you're killing your dollar. So to me, it doesn't matter, just so you'll know. But if Trump does get voted in, Republicans are super pro Bitcoin. Look at the Ethereum. It got delayed again. Why would you delay it? If you want your party to get elected, you would try to win over the crypto vote, but you're playing politics. So, if Trump wins, you'll get an extra boost. There's no doubt about that. Like I told you, China and Japan printing. Germany, they're printing. They're doing a lot of stupid things. You got countries, you got corporations, you got states, you got cities. You got unions that are buying Bitcoin for their reserves. That's crazy. It just, there's billions right now in stable coins on the sidelines that's been waiting for several months now. They're starting to make their move. The U.S. is cutting rates, so they're juicing the economy. They're going to be printing a lot of money soon because they have to print. They have no choice. Now with the hurricane, FEMA's down to nothing. It's the funny part I love. Oh, they're going to run out of money. They're not running out of money, you idiots. They just print. They keep devaluing our dollar. Oh, a bank crumbles, print. Oh, the airline industry needs help, print. Oh, FEMA, print. Oh, pandemic. Here's what was that? That payment they gave everybody, the stimulus. Okay, which China now gave out stimulus to people and now stimulus to their businesses. That's what they had to infuse because their economy is going to crap because they keep printing. And I told you, out of the, I believe it was $7 trillion that they printed between Trump and Biden during the pandemic, because they both had the pandemic. They printed $7 trillion between both of them. 85% of that wasn't used for any kind of purposes. It was all invested, or it wasn't money that needed to be used. People had the money. Think about that. You printed $7 trillion and people didn't really use it. They invested in it. You can't do those things. And if you do that, you hurt our dollar. So they all print. So be Bitcoin. Don't be any of the other parties. Be the party of Bitcoin, the party of orange. Anyway, so you've got global liquidity going on. So you've got that unemployment now. Okay. Economic numbers are actually looking good, right? You got BlackRock and so many others buying everything. Everything is telling you that Bitcoin is fine. And then here's the other thing we get. After the elections, we get regulations. If Harris wins, you'll get regulations right away. Well, might drag a little bit because it is Democrats. But Republicans, because, hell, Trump is opening up his own exchange. You think he's not going to want regulations right away? And then the entire industry just wants regulations. They want the rules so they know what they're working with. And once that happens, all the wirehouses, the USBs of the world and everybody, they're all in. They're all in. And that's trillions that's going to be injected in there. That's why I've been telling you for years on the show, for nearly 5 years now, to invest in Bitcoin. So, but we're not financial advisors, but that's what I'm doing. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, let's talk about the dumb mofos in the building. And the dumbest mofos in the building. No, it's not the Americans, because our government does some stupid shit like they've sold Bitcoin to in their process. No, it's the Germans. The Germans. Okay? And we're not picking on the German people when we're talking. We're not picking on Americans. Americans aren't selling our Bitcoin. It's the American government. You know what I mean? That's why I told you with Trump, he's already said he'll build a Bitcoin reserve. Harris has yet to say that. Like, these are your opportunities. And she just doesn't step up to the plate, and never any real. She doesn't talk about mining. She doesn't talk about anything, dude. She doesn't talk about self-custody. She doesn't talk about anything. She doesn't talk about not wanting CBDCs, which, So, but let's go with the number one dumbasses in the world, the Germans. Okay? Remember back a few months ago, the Germans, they sold their Bitcoin. Yeah. They sold their Bitcoin. They sold 2 billion in Bitcoin. It was 50,000. Bitcoin is up 30%. Okay? Right around. And figured out like at 67,000 where it's at now. Okay? right now the Germans would be enjoying a 320% increase. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't. Now that's the next note I have for this is a 30% increase. Okay. So you look at it, they would be at 20 or at $2.6 billion. I think I have it right here. $2.68 billion. The $2 billion they sold a few months ago is now $2.68 billion. That's a stupid government in place. Right there. That $2 billion was going to turn into $5 billion early next year. Early next year, you would have turned 2 into 5. And these idiots sold. And by the way, it hurt the market. It went down, but that was your opportunity. Volatility is opportunity. Those of us that are smart, we said, okay, it's the Germans sold. Everybody's going to buy everything the Germans sold. And they did. And they're buying more. And they're going to buy more and more and more and more. So don't be stupid like the Germans. Don't go selling your Bitcoin. Stay on the path. Hold it for a long period of time. You're going to see your life change. You're going to see your account change. That's why I always tell you, don't have a savings account, have a Bitcoin account. Whatever you're saving, put it into a Bitcoin account instead, because that's going to grow. Your money's not going to grow. You're going to have less and less money. Now, while we have the dumbasses from Germany, the government, not the people. We got nothing against the peoples. The peoples are cool. Okay. It's never really the people. It's usually governments. Well, we have somebody else that is playing Superman with Bitcoin. Bukele. Bukele goes the other way. His country buys a Bitcoin every day. They've been buying Bitcoin since it was at $16,000, buying a Bitcoin a day. It's now at 67,500, which is up 320%. The aforementioned 320%, that's for this note here. So you've got El Salvador and their government, because it's not the people, but the people are going to benefit. In Germany, the people are going to get burned. Smart government, investing in future technology, in the future, up 320%. Here's the German government, who, by the way, confiscated that Bitcoin. The idiots didn't even buy it. You and I got to buy it and gamble. These morons were gifted billions of Bitcoin and said, no thanks. One held over time since 16,000 and is up 320%. Are you learning? Are you understanding? He bought at 16. When it went to 30 and dropped to 25, he kept buying. And since it went to 30 and he bought at 25, he took advantage of that 5,000. And it went back to 30. And then it went to 40. And then it would drop back down to 32. And guess what he did? He bought again at 32 and it went back up to 40. Volatility is opportunity. And Bukele knew that volatility will turn into an opportunity for his country. Meanwhile, the Germans, they have Volkswagen firing 30,000 of their employees in their country. Volkswagen is firing people in their country. Volkswagen is German. Their manufacturing has gone to crap, and I don't know what kind of leadership they have, but clearly they got the wrong leadership. So, El Salvador, figuring it out, bro. Figuring it out. That's some impressive stuff, I got to say. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Bitcoin ETFs. They bought 5,000. Okay. This is an absolutely crazy number. Bitcoin ETFs bought 5,675 Bitcoin yesterday. Okay. That's an impressive number. That is a big time number. Here you go. Here you go, the Bitcoin ETFs. All right. And this is the chart here. But here's the amazing part. And this is what we keep telling you where the buying pressure is happening. We'll show you a chart later on the show. There's only 450 mined every day. So yesterday, they buy over 5,500. 5675. You only mine 450. And by the way, the miners, they keep a lot of that 450. Not all of it gets to the exchanges. The people richer, smarter than us, and pretty much are the foundation of financial institutions and stock markets and businesses and all of that. BlackRock has, I believe it's 7 or 8% of MicroStrategy. They own like 7% of that company. You know, BlackRock is everywhere. They're like savoir-faire. They're everywhere. So it just, I'm sorry, I didn't give you the whole chart. You can see the whole chart there. This is getting out of control. They're running out of space. They're running out of Bitcoin. So this is going to be very, very good for us. Bitcoin ETFs, by the way, have bought nearly 1 billion of Bitcoin this week. And it's only Wednesday. Think about that one. Chew on that one. Okay? It's only Wednesday. And the ETFs have bought 1 billion. That's insanity. Absolute insanity. It's Wednesday, and they've bought 1 billion in Bitcoin. That's absolutely awesome. Now, let's talk about the Germans are idiots. If you think the Germans are idiots, some of the bigger idiots might actually be Italy. Italy also is doing some really, really stupid things right now. Italy is a country that has lost a lot of its population. A lot of young people are leaving Italy, and they're trying to find work in other places. Technology is not developing. A future is not developing. Italy is one of those countries that is gifting you properties if you move there, if you invest there. That's how bad it is. Do you know who are the people that are most interested in Bitcoin and crypto? It's not 58 years old like me. 58-year-olds don't know anything about Star Atlas. They just don't follow this. They don't know anything about this kind of stuff. They don't care. It's Gen Zs. It's millennials. You know, it's what's the one right before, because I'm Gen X, before us, whatever. You know, it's the people in 40 and down that understand it more, that are adjusting more to it. My daughter grows up with it. You know, she's had a cold storage wallet for a few years, and she's young. So, but it's normal to her. It's normal to people like that. And so you think about it. So Italy is losing out on people. They're not, you know, the whole world, by the way, is not, the population of the world is not growing as it is. Every country is going downward in population. We're all not reproducing nearly like we used to. Okay. So that's normal for everybody, but Italy's decline is enormous. So now you're going to raise capital gains taxes on Bitcoin from 26 to 42%. So now you're telling young people, we're going to take away money from your good investments. And then this is there's a problem that we have going on here. Again, I'm not playing the politics. I'm just playing the reality of what we're talking about. Okay? Because now you see what goes on in Italy. All right? They have their own issues. What about the United States? What happens if in November a specific person makes it to the White House? What if Kamala makes it to the White House? What is she going to do with capital gains taxes? What is she going to do about Bitcoin taxes? Is she going to be going after the industry? She hasn't said anything whatsoever of substance with crypto and Bitcoin at all. She has said nothing whatsoever. Zero. So what happens if Kamala gets elected? Do they go the way of Italy also? Way of Canada? And they start raising capital gain. And what about this unrealized tax crap? Now, that doesn't affect me or affect you guys because those are people. That law was for people that earn more than $100 million. So I'll never even have that problem. I wish I had the problem of earning $1 million, bro. Jesus Christ, I would love to have that problem. I'll handle it, but so we don't have to worry about that. A lot of us, some of you that do, God bless you, but most of us don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But what happens if she does? And she starts raising it to 40 and 42%. And, you're enjoying some really good gains and now you have to give it back. That's, again, you're going to drive out innovation. You're going to drive people out to move out of your country. And they're going to take the money with them. And it's in 12 words. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin compared to gold or cash. You just can't move bank to bank because it's already under government surveillance. You can't just carry it in bags, for those of you that have that kind of money. And you just can't carry a bunch of gold. But Bitcoin, you can travel with hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillion with 12 words. Just walk around anywhere. Pop, pop, pop. You bring up your custodial wallet and you got your money in any country, anywhere. Nothing beats Bitcoin. Nothing even comes close. Okay. Now, one of the things that I think people are forgetting in all of this, and it's kind of falling by the wayside, it's something called Ethereum. And Ethereum somehow or another has not gotten the attention or the love that it deserves. And right now, the thing about Ethereum is it has the second largest market cap in the crypto world. It has the most active developers on it. 60% of stable coins are on Ethereum. The most active users are on Ethereum. And it's 5 times the size of its closest competitor. So when we talk about Solana, which is fantastic, and I own Solana, I own more Ethereum than Solana. Okay. But I believe in Ethereum. I think Ethereum is just going to end up, because Ethereum, see, the thing about all of this also is, for those of us that have been in it, I got in at the end of the last cycle, and I started to learn about, because I didn't know shit really my first year and a half. I was kind of learning what the hell I was doing. I kind of knew very basic things, but now I kind of understand what was going on. And a lot of this stuff wasn't completely developed. You didn't have the layer you have above Bitcoin right now. You didn't have all the L2s 4 or 5 years ago that you have now on Ethereum that allow it to scale a lot faster. And there's so much more business and so many more ETFs and so many more games and all that kind of stuff. So all these blockchains like Avalanche, it's much more built out than it was 4 years ago. So now they're actually ready. See, 4 years ago, you were still banking on a lot of this stuff on just pure potential. because it really wasn't all going full go. Now, a lot of these projects are ready to go. They're ready to blast off. And then once you get regulations in, because what we didn't have in crypto for many, many years, you didn't have regulations. It's been the wild, wild west. It's been Gary Gensler's asshole self going after the industry in every way possible. So now you're going to get regulations. That's what people want in the legal world. That's what you and I want. Criminals don't care about that, but the rest of us that actually have to live under rules and laws, because that's how it is, we need to know what those rules and laws are. And we never knew. Now you're going to know. Now it's going to blow up. Now everybody will get involved. Why? And because the greed's going to take over. There's only 21 million. Oh, yeah. And once you start studying it, really, there's only 17 million. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. Are you telling me there's only a couple million left to be bought? And there's billions and billions of people in the world? Oh, shit. I better get my share. And Ethereum has kind of fallen behind that. And it's good for the people that want to accumulate Ethereum. And if you want to stake it, you're staking it at lower prices. It was at 4,400. It's going to surpass 4,400. But in the meantime, if you're getting 3.5%, 4%, 5% staking, you're also getting free Ethereum along the way. And so when it grows, that's also going to grow. Your investment grows in multiple ways. That's the beauty of staking. I would love to see Kamala talk about staking. I would love to, at least I know with Trump, he doesn't know shit about Bitcoin and crypto. He's just, pandering to everybody, but all the Republicans around him know about it. So they're going to be able to set out the framework, and Cynthia Lummis and all these people, Tom Emmer, they're freaking awesome. I love Tom Emmer. I don't care about the politics. I'm just talking about the money. Okay. Just care about the money. I don't look at it by either side. I look at it, what's going to make us more money. That's the way I look at it. So Ethereum is one that I would not underestimate, and I would continue to invest in. I just think, the downplaying of it or talk of its, demise, and it's just ridiculous. You can't get to where they're at without a lot of time to build that stuff. And they have been able to build a monster. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but along the way, it's crazy. Now, let me give you a crazy stat that will freak you out a little bit. And will show you that something that you already knew, something that you already experienced, but they tell you, and no, it's getting better and all that stuff. And no, it's not actually. And that's food prices. And this is why I tell you, when you watch Bitcoin start 7 digits behind a penny, and now it's at approaching 68,000, and your dollar, well, here's your dollar. In September, U.S. food prices rose 0.4% month over month, making it the largest increase since February of 23. That's called the trend, my friend, and not a good one. Notably, 5 out of the 6 major grocery store food categories saw a surge in prices. Meats, poultry, fish, eggs rose 0.8% over the month, with egg prices alone jumping 8.4%. At the same time, fruits, vegetables rose 0.9% between August and September, but things are getting better. Since 21, food prices are up 22.5% and hit an all-time high in September. So let me ask you, the Germans, can they buy more groceries with 2 billion or 2.68 billion? I told you the stat the other day on the show. If you had $1 million in the bank a year ago, $1 million, a year later, you would have $640,000 of buying power. You think your 4% money market account is keeping up with that? You think your 0.5% in the savings account is keeping up with that? You can't keep up with fruits. I mean, it's just, it is sick. It's ridiculous what's going on. So you want your money to grow? I have the solution for you. Not a financial advisor, but I've watched mine grow. So you can watch yours grow too. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need your wife or girlfriend or husband or boyfriend or whoever's watching. You can do it this way. Watch your money grow. Watch your Bitcoin grow. Here's a fun fact for you. Would you like to burn some money? Are you ready for this? Are you all sitting down? Are you all? I just want you to. I hope you're sitting. If you're driving, I need you to pull over. If you're sitting down, good. I don't want you standing. I don't want you handling. But by the way, if you're like handling any kind of equipment that's dangerous while you're listening to this one fun fact here, it's not fun. It's scary as shit. Okay, you ready? If you burned $1 million every day since Columbus landed in 1492, you would have spent less than half of what our federal government spends in a single month. Did you hear that? Can I read that for you one more time? If you burned $1 million every day since Columbus landed in 1492, you would have spent less than half of what the federal government spends in a single month. Print, baby, print. Money Inferno. Print, baby, print. Oh, yeah. Tell you. It's the things they're doing, it's crazy. And most people don't even follow this. Most people have no idea that this is going on. That's how nutty it is. And scary. Elon Musk is in the news. And here's where you and Elon Musk can have like a connection, right? So Elon Musk is depositing $760 million in Bitcoin at Howard's new Bitcoin bank, and he'll use it as collateral to borrow. So you're going to be able, instead of paying ridiculous rates from the government, because of Bitcoin's value, because it's going to be the best and the hardest asset in the world, you're going to get a much lower rate if you want to borrow on your own Bitcoin. Sometimes it's like 2%, which is a lot less than what you're getting out there a lot of times. And if the rates go lower, then so will those, because the Bitcoin is that much more valuable. You know what I mean? And then here's the flip side. Here's the flip side. You're going to be able in the future, because it's all being worked out, where you're going to have businesses where you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin as the leverage for other loans. Not your own, other loans. This is to help Elon. This is to help yourself. Where you're going to get collateral for your loan from them, but they've got to pay you interest, and you're getting interest on your Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin is obviously the ultimate collateral when it's all said and done. But that's how you're going to become your own bank. Those of you that are able to collect, I would imagine those of you that get to 2 or 3, 4 Bitcoin or more down the line, it's going to be worth millions. Then you'll be in position to be your own bank. How crazy is that? So then your Bitcoin grows in value. Your Bitcoin also becomes a bank where you can now, loan out, and then all of a sudden you're making interest every single month from other people, and a much higher interest too, because the interest you're loaning out to them is at market rates is what you're doing. So you're going to make a lot of money. It's just all of this is being laid out. When I told you on my show years ago that banks would be going down and all of that, and obviously the bill they passed in 2018 that lifted all restrictions, set up the banks for failure. So that's part of it. But then also Bitcoin and DeFi and the blockchain was going to make the middleman useless. Like I told you, now I can carry around 100 or 100 million in my mind and go from, I don't need to wire it from one bank to another bank to another bank, and it takes days. And if I want to send somebody $50, or if I'm rich and I send them 50 million, I can send it in 2 seconds from here to El Salvador, to Paris, to Canada, to anywhere in the world, Egypt, whatever, wherever my family, friends, business, whatever it is that I'm doing, in seconds. That cuts out the middleman. That's called the bank. They lose a lot of money. That's why you're seeing them close. So that's what Elon is doing. And it's kind of an example of what's coming for you down the line. Those of you that are going to be a lot better positioned, than most when it's all said and done. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can send your crypto questions there. And any other things there, and you can use that QR code at Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we love that. The Bitcoin ETF holdings have hit an all-time high. ETF investors have now hodled 944,358 Bitcoin worth $64.4 billion. And these ETFs, okay, I wasn't an expert at this. I'm still not an expert at this, but from what I understand, the what you see now is actually scratching the surface when it comes to Bitcoin ETFs. Like it has only sick potential to end up growing from here. That's what ends up happening with these Bitcoin ETFs, that as people see, remember, the wirehouses aren't involved yet. So as everybody else gets involved in all of this, it starts to soar. And then as the value soars, more and more people get involved. As they see MicroStrategy outpace Bitcoin, because MicroStrategy, see, the thing that people don't understand, well, how can they be outpacing Bitcoin? Well, because they mine themselves too. So there's Bitcoin that they don't pay for also, that they're mining. Well, they're paying for it, but energy-wise. But that's an expense, obviously. So are they really paying for it? No, because the mining of the electricity is an expense, and then they end up with the Bitcoin. So they end up building their reserves, not only with what they're buying, but what they're mining too, and all the mining companies that they're invested in, because they are turning into a Bitcoin company. So it will continue to grow. And then all of the other trillions of dollars, all the cities, the countries, the states, everyone else around the world that then starts to, even though the disbelievers like Larry Fink, who was an absolute disbeliever of Bitcoin, Mark Cuban, an absolute disbeliever of Bitcoin, all of them now are big-time believers, big-time supporters, big-time investors in Bitcoin. They saw the light. They're smart. Smart people, they don't always make the right decision early on, but smart people that take a step back and gather the information and then assess the situation, those are the ones that get ahead. Those are the ones that figure it out, just like any of us. So that's why the Bitcoin ETFs are just absolutely crazy. And what's going on, man? Let me show you something about what's been accumulated and what's been mined over time. Okay, when you look at these numbers, it blows you away that you're looking at it and you're going, well, wait a minute, how can this be, so accurate? How can this be, is this true? Yeah, this is true. So from now, since January 10th and the launch of the ETFs, look at that graph there. The Bitcoin mined since January 10, 176,986. Bought by the ETFs alone, not you and me, not countries, not cities, not corporations, nothing, just the ETFs. They bought 325,196 just during that window. Okay? These are US ETFs. These are not Europe. This is not Japan. This is not, no. There's ETFs all over the world. Okay? That's amazing. Absolutely awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Impressive. Let's see. Oh, this is one that also should get you even more motivated for what direction we're going in when it comes to Bitcoin. And where are we at here? Here we go. And reserves. Bitcoin, all exchanges, they're at all-time lows. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I did not take off the graph, the billboard. There we go. All-time lows. Look at that. It's all you need to see right there where we're going. All-time lows. This is, and you see this goes all the way back to 2022. Throughout the end of the pandemic, throughout this whole, we've been in a recession for over a year, no matter what they tell you. All of this stuff going on, it's disappearing. They keep buying it. So the sell pressure, that's why it's starting to move. And I still believe this will be into the early 90s, like 93, 94, and all the way up into the 120s. We're gonna get to that window coming up. That's where we're going to in our next stage here. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm convinced we'll hit over 100,000 before the year is out. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll hit over 100,000. Yeah. Now you see me. I'm wearing a Star Atlas hat. New hat that I got actually. Got my Star Atlas shirt. I'm a big Star Atlas fan. I've been talking about Star Atlas for several years. You can go check out the game for yourself, study it. Their governance token is the DAO, the DAO. And you know, one of the things when I look at it right now, volatility is opportunity, right? So let me show you a month ago. Let's go back to a month. This thing was at 23 cents. And it's going to surpass this. I'm going to show you all time. This thing was way back. It was at $12.95 and $13. And it went all the way down. And it's been cruising for a long time on the floor. And they've been building. Let's go back to what I told you. A lot of these things, when Star Atlas, the coin Atlas was at 25 cents. Okay. They were building, it went to 25 cents on potential. Pure potential. Pure potential. Now you look at Atlas where it's at now, and I bought Atlas all the way down to 13,000th of a penny. Look at it now. It's at 29,000. So I'm making two, just a little over 2x right now is where we're at. But this is at 25 cents. Okay. Now this has an inflationary thing because this is the utility coin. So they're printing a whole bunch of them and they're printing billions into the circulation. See, total supply 36 billion. So there's a lot because it's the utility coin. But again, the utility coin is going to have a lot of activity. This is not just a game, it's a marketplace. Go look at it on YouTube. Go check it out for yourself. Do your own homework. You know, don't only go by yours truly. Do your own homework when it's all said and done. But Atlas, the game, the effects. It is awesome. Ships are selling for up to like $500,000. Seriously, people are buying ships that cost about $500,000. That must be really nice. But it is got a lot of potential in my book, and now it's ready to grow, which is the beautiful thing. Like a lot of things now, it's ready to grow. And then with regulations, it opens up everything. Let me see what we got here. Don't forget, folks, to smash the hell out of the chat button, man. I mean, the like button. Really need that. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Let me see. Thank you, Robert, sending in a little Bitcoin on Cash App. Brooklyn Rob, thank you. Killing it with crypto. Thank you. He's a Sui guy, too. I know he's a Sui guy. Sui's up, dude. Sui's doing well again. So thank you, Brooklyn Rob. Appreciate you, my brother. You know I love me a Bitcoin donation. So nothing like a Bitcoin donation. Appreciate you immensely. Let me check out the chat board here. Gus 1388, Jimbo, Walter Olivares, Lisa Rose. Let's see, for Congressional District 23, Jared Moskowitz, Democrat, who I ran against in 2012 and is a good guy, has voted pro-crypto in the past, just passing that. Yes, Moskowitz, Ro Khanna, another Democrat, the governor for Pennsylvania, that I actually think he would be the best candidate, obviously with the whole Jewish thing going on in the war, and it's so controversial now, but Josh, damn it, now I'm forgetting his name. I like that guy, so he's super pro crypto also. There's some Dems, but there's very little of them. And Ro Khanna is like one of the few that really came out against his own, party. And so I give him a lot of credit, I know the people in the government who are pro crypto and who are not. You know what I'm saying? I know the ones that don't know shit about it and all that. I follow it because I know how much it affects me. So I have to follow it. I have no choice. Yeah, Germany is Brooklyn Rob. It's just stupid, bro. It's just stupid. And these are people that, they put in government, but we do it here too. We have people that are just as dumb, and we vote these idiots in. So, this is insane. 32 plus. No, we're approaching 36 trillion, my friend. Okay. And the next president, it doesn't matter if it's Trump or Harris, because we're debt ridden. They're gonna print at least 10 trillion more. They print it like it's going out of style. Get Bitcoin as much as you can. Let's see what's up. Atlas rugged down 99% from the all-time high. This thing will never pump. Well, there you go. That's the beauty. That's when you get in. It wasn't when it pumped. See, Dougie, when it pumped, it was all on potential. It wasn't built out. Now is when it's built out. Now is when it's ready to go. Cardano wasn't built out. And, now it's built out. We'll see, because they're total value locked. They haven't grown in their DeFi enough. But now is when they're built out. Now is when Avalanche is built out. That's now a lot of this stuff was on potential. So saying, if you thought when it came out that's was its peak, and that's when the game wasn't even built. It was all on potential at that moment. It was a vision at that time. Now the game is built. Now is when they're starting to add everything. But, obviously you don't follow that. So you just kind of went to some graph and looked at it, and then didn't look at it again because you didn't do your homework. But that's cool. That's cool. That happens in all of this a lot of times. Anyway, once again, we thank R&M Contractors, Ray and Mike, 305-345-3649. Complete remodel, maintenance, floor restoration, bathroom upgrades, drywall, level 5 finish. Please call Ray or Mike, 305-346-3649. 3649. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Twitter at Big O Show. You can also reach out to us on email, bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. As always, thank you all out there. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button every time you get to watch the show and help us grow. We appreciate it immensely.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose. The Crypto Bro Show is brought to you by RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. From complete makeovers for homes or condos to impact windows and doors to drywall with level 5 finish. Call Ray or Mike at RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. 305-345-3649. You dream it, they'll build it. See their exceptional work on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island. Crypto Bros. Follow Big O for more crypto insight on X or Twitter at Big O Show.